周的工作都完成了呢，好好犒劳一下自己吧。
Okay, welcome back. And that was me testing sound. Very this game is like it's a little bit strange. The moment I click off of the game, it will mute it, and I didn't figure out how to prevent it, at least not for now. And the music is okay, but the sailor itself is ultra quiet, and my voice is ultra loud. That's not good. So the question is it the sailor that was so quiet, or is it me? Well, yeah. Today we will do the main story, which is I sort of neglected until now. But hey, I have a good news. I am pretty much free for a certain amount of time, and yeah, I think this week will be all the Honkai stuff done. There are like 2 events and 1 main story. And yeah, looking good. And maybe I will adjust some settings. Also, this like bottom part is a little bit chopped off for various of reasons, which are not really necessary to know about. Anyway, I did already like click through 2 chapters to get the daily missions. Like 15 days left. I don't think that I will need to 50 days. And let me put some. Like the moment I click off of the game, I need to figure out how to make it work. But it's probably because it's old game. There's no options for me to run. Where I find storyline. Okay, we. I hope I can do like it's not a recap. Actually, the story, right? What is reality? Is it something that can't be denied even if you try? Let me sit a little bit different. Sorry. I'm Vita. Vita? Oh my god, right. In the last chapter, Vita got just deleted. Snapped out of reality. And yeah, like typical MiHoYo, introduced new character and killed them, right? I love you all. The girl's body faded quickly, melting into the air and ultimately disappearing like salt snow. Everything happened so quickly that even the 2 well-informed witnesses found themselves momentarily lost in thoughts. Indeed, that's the natural order of things. Death rarely comes with a warning. It strikes suddenly, leaving a clue outcome for the wishful mortals. Is it unreasonable, unsympathetic, and equivocal? Oh my god. I didn't expect me needing Google Translator that fast. Vocal? Unequivocally. Survivors would naturally try to search for a reason. Survivors will naturally try to search for a reason that didn't exist. What it because she was close to the pages of the Sigma space at the final moment? or did her power trigger some unknown laws when she predicted the path? But they had no way to be sure. The only girl who could give them a clear answer was gone. Perhaps she has the chance to glimpse the truth hidden in the shadow of her final moment before disappearing. But her last words were, "I love you all." Instead of living the truth she found, her will, or advice, she only left behind a confession of her love. Isn't making such a romantic exit exactly something what Vita would do? Somehow it reminds me on Elysia. Vita, she?
这么说，刚才被切断的那个通讯，果然就是。
So that means the communication was just cut off? Really was?
抱歉，明明有我们在场，却只能眼睁睁看着他在一瞬间消失。
I'm sorry. We were right there, but we couldn't only stand by and watch her vanishing in the blink of an eye.
这不是你们的错，奇洛前辈。即使是接管了贤者力量的我，也没能在这个世界内部感知到任何前兆。
It wasn't your fault, Kira-senpai. Not even someone like me, who has inherited the sage's power, could sense anything in advance in this world.
无论如何，我们需要梳理一下经过。
Anyway, we need to figure out what happened. Their plans had failed, and an important companion was killed suddenly. Was killed? Like, I watched some artworks and okay. And so, as enforced tasked to save the world, everyone present managed to keep their calm as beefing of their role.
按照原计划，苏珊娜顺利完成了自己的使命，通过米斯特林的通道回到了本真世界。
According to our original plan, Sushana would return to the proper world through Mistel's passage after she completed her mission.
然而在那之后仅仅一瞬间，我们向本真世界架设的通道就消失不见了。准备加固通道的 Vita 也。
However, in the next instance, the passage connecting us with the proper world disappeared, and Vita, who was about to reinforce the passage also. Everyone's attention naturally focused on Mistel, who was both a witness and an involved party. Vita and the passage were both affected by something at the same time. Is that right, Mistel? I think so.
异变发生，通道被切断的那一刻，我也受到了巨大的冲击。
There was a huge.
那些已经被转化为建筑材料的部分，和我自身的连接毕竟有限。
There was.
我现在多半也已经消散了。
There was a huge shock when the situation changed, and communication was cut off. Fortunately, those parts that has been converted into buildings materials had a weak connection with me, or else I would have disappeared too.
假如不是亲眼所见，我甚至可能会怀疑这个女人又在耍什么把戏。然而这的确是事实 ，Vita 还有通道，真的在我们眼前消失了。
If I didn't see it happen with my own eyes, I might even suspect that this woman is playing another trick. Yet it's true, Vita and the passage disappear before our eyes. Yeah, we know that Vita is a hell of a sus entity, and I still don't quite believe her, but the last chapter was quite, well. Use the world cut off just now, Miss Mistel.
如果我的理解没有错，你倾向于认为维塔和通道的消散都是某种外力作用下的结果。
Unless I'm mistaken, are you more inclined to believe that the disappearance of Vita and the passage is a result of some external force?
嗨，博士，你讲话也太绕了点儿。
Jeez, Doctor, you should just get to the point.
我们这是将人给暗算了吗？莫非就是你们说的那个缩在搞鬼？
Can I say that something set us up? What is the world of that Tsar you mentioned? What? Was this the work of that Tsar you mentioned? The mysterious power in the Sea of Quanta, Tsar, is comparable to the Cocoon of Finality. The party only learned of this existence recently because of Shigura Kira. Things are really unpredictable.
是不是缩？我没有证据，只是通道断开的前一刻，我确实感受到有什么力量在介入其中。
I have no evidence to prove whatever it is Sa or not, but I did feel some interesting force the moment before the passage was disconnected.
这符合我们之前的猜想。如果我们打算带着缩的世界逃亡，那么他一定不会袖手旁观。
That's in line with our previous guess. If we plan to flee with Sa's world, it definitely won't just sit there and do nothing.
是我计算有误，原本希望能够尽可能的绕开缩，没
I'm-
想到我们或许还是惊动了本尊。
I miscalculated. I was hoping to avoid Sa as much as possible, but I didn't expect that we might still alarm it anyway.
那这个本尊他倒是出来呀！你们把这个缩讲的神乎其神，可他现在却像个胆小鬼一样躲起来暗算我们。
I hope this Sa shows itself. You made this Sa sound so amazing, but it is hiding and playing us like a coward. What's up with that?
难说，或许他不仅强大，性格还非常谨慎。
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Wait. It's hard to say. Robot voice. It's hard to say. Maybe it's not only powerful, but also very cautious.
所以，他的目标才会是维塔吗？
So, this is why it targeted Vita?
因为索想要从暗处阻止我们，才会首先瞄准拥有推演未来能力的维塔，否则他的介入一定会被维塔发现。
Sa wanted to stop us from the shadows, so that's why it targeted Vita, who has the power to deduce future events. Otherwise, Vita would have noticed its intervention. Intervention? Intervention.
确实存在这种可能，
That's quite possible.
但那也意味着这只是个开始。接下来，我们或许不得不直面缩这个可能与中烟之茧同构的存在。
But it also means this is just the beginning. From now on, we might have to fight Sa, an existence of path with the cocoon of finality.
那我们正好会会他，保维塔姑娘的一箭之指。
What would give us the chance to fight it and take vengeance for Miss Vita? Casual Sentient's heroic words were interrupted by some kind of sudden noise. Meanwhile, everyone noticed her projection had somehow changed.
怎么回事，希尔？这边怎么？
What's wrong, Zilli? Why is that? Was it?
时之律者，希尔，
Her camera got frozen. Hersh of Sentience. Zilli,
通讯被切断了，
this communication has been cut off.
不只是通
All
讯，
communication has been cut
我
off.
好像也感受到了影响。
It's not just all communication, it also feel something affecting me.
有什么力量在直接干涉这个世界？恐怕那就是
If some power is directly interfering with this world, I'm afraid it will be... Monkas. It seems that The meeting must end now. But that's not all. There isn't much time left for to act. The cooldown to the end of this world has started. The war, merge, and annihilate. Apocalypse, doom and death. No matter which wood they use, that thing will come as promised. And those who try to turn around the fate of this world, their real suffering begins now. Holy.
怎么了，希尔？还是不行吗？
What?
你就不能用你那个贤者什么全能的玩意儿再想想办法？
What's wrong, Zilla? It's still not working. Can't you do something with your sage authority you have?
吵死了！帮不上忙就乖乖把嘴闭上。
Yeah, Nice. Just keep your mouth shut if you can't do anything to help.
喂，也不看看刚刚是谁在帮你解决怪物打掩护呢？
Hey, who do you think took care of the monsters for you just then?
这帮家伙从刚才开始就越来越多了。
There have been more and more of these signs
原
earlier.
来多少个我都对付得了，但是毕竟一个人顾不了两头，再拖一会儿，那些敬拜你的小鬼火们可就很难置身事外了。
Although I can handle however many Also, I can handle however many come at us. One person can only do so much. If we wait any longer, those little wisps who worship you won't be able to stay out of it.
没办法，和希尔他们的通讯应该是被阻断了。
It can't be helped. Our communication with Zelle is probably jammed.
但还不能确定这种阻断的形式。如果只是普通的受到干扰，信号或许还有恢复的可能。
But we can confirm how it's been jammed. It might be possible to restore the signal if it's just an ordinary jamming method.
那还不简单？我们回那个月亮下面呗，那里离高塔的距离最近，信号肯定最好嘛。
Easy. Let's return to the place under the moon. That place is closest to the tower. To the signal should be stronger there. That place is closest to the tower, so the signal should be stronger there. Okay, some fighting.
这主意倒是不错，还能顺带处理一下沿途这
哦
鬼的东西。
好啊，那你可要跟紧了，别拖我后腿。
得了吧，我看
Does
你
it
就
look
是
like
喜欢
I-
一头往前撞。
Somewhat, for me, it does look like I'm really
好好学习一下什么叫效率。
losing FPS. Let me check it. On phone looks normal. Okay, we will see. Also, I hope my pronunciation is good enough for some quicker speech. I did a little bit of testing and practicing.
当希尔的玩具嘛。
哎，你说好的效率呢，希尔姑娘？
Yeah, I definitely losing frames sometimes, which is very unfortunate.
还不是他们喜欢你，物以类聚嘛。
It looks laggy.
得了吧，我看你那对大爪子，
I don't know why.
像他们的亲戚。事实胜于雄辩，单论打架，你还真得叫我一声师傅呢。
Okay, so basically we got attacked right now by some aliens looking features. It's not really Honkai.
喂，这是什么？
Hey, what's that?
不知道，好像是伴随着那些怪物一起出现的。
I don't know. I think it appears at the same time at those
而
monsters.
且怪物被打退之后，雾气也变淡了一点。
The mist seems to have gone thinner after we defeated those monsters.
怪物和黑雾都是从通讯被切断的时
But the monsters and the black mist appear after all communication was cut off. That means...
等等，你干嘛？
Wait, what are you doing?
光说不练假把式，搞不清楚这是啥，就直接去一探究竟呗。
There's no point guessing. Let's go and find out directly.
随便碰这种来历不明的东西，你心也太大了吧？
So, touching something of unknown origin so casually? You are too happy-go-lucky, aren't you?
嗨，你把我当什么人了？区区烟雾哪能熏得倒我？
Hey, who do you think I am? Hey, miss, I can't do anything. Hey, miss can't do anything to me. Ah, this mist can do anything to me? Huh? Hey, you!
这什么东西啊？
What's this? Oh my god, we're losing colors.
看来你的真把式确实有所收获。
It looks like your direct approach worked.
这黑雾恐怕也是索的陷阱，它和怪物们一样，正在源源不断从世界边境蔓延过来。看样子是铁了心要赶我们走。
I'm afraid this black mist is a part of Sar's trap, like the monsters. It's constantly spreading over here from the edge of this world and is determined to drive us away.
行吧，我们不上他的套就是。
And then we won't fall for its trap.
顾书记啊，你是不是也能和
Okay, let's watch frames.
那个什么沙士啊？怎么，你自己应付不来了？
And we back to 15. Like the thing is only on stream, it's not game.
提点一下嘛。
So
头抬太高了，跪下。
let me think what it might be. No, it's not time to rival. If sand servers can really save us sometime. I completely forgot they speak something during the fight.
沙士也会被黑雾。
No, the black mist can trap the sand servers too.
那看
Fine
来还
then,
是得靠
I
你
will
呀
up. Will up to miss something?
那边
Huh?
好像是咱俩
This looked like the city of the Wisp where we first met.
不好，怪物和
Oh no, the monster and the black mist have already reached over here. There.
我们赶紧过去。
Let's hurry over there. Let's hurry over there. What happened to those mists?
那些鬼火的状态
Those wisps seem
毫无反应啊。
they're not reacting at all.
虽然用这个词好像不太恰当，但如果只从外观上看，这些鬼火就好像
Alt-
结晶了一样。
Although it doesn't seem appropriate to say, don't those wisps look like they have crystallized? As she said, countless wisps were suspended in mid-air like an area painting in the night.
我说，你也别太消沉。虽然有些遗憾，但咱们还得接着赶路。
Hey, try
说，他
Hey
们毕竟只是些死人。
try not to be so depressed. Also, it's a pity. We need to continue on our way. And they are just dead people.
不一定，
That's not certain.
你想，他们过去在得不到月光的情况下，也只会消失在空气中，而不是结成晶体。要不然我们这一路上不知道要见到多少晶体了。
Think about this. It will only disappear in the air if they can't get any moonlight. They won't become crystallized like this. If that were the case, who knows how many crystals we could have encountered along the way.
所以，这些鬼火可能还有恢复的机会。
So it should be possible for those wisps to recover.
希尔的分析确实有一定道理，
There is some sense in Zayle's analysis.
但眼下我们也无法遏制这种冻结。那些怪物会无穷无尽的带来黑雾，我们不能在这里久留。
However, we currently have no way to stop the crystallization process, and we can't stay here for long because those creatures will bring the black mist endlessly.
我当然知道，
洞解决后再来想办法吧。
Of course I know that. Let's think of a solution after we resolve this commotion.
别以为我有多在意他们的死活，只不过轻率的不求甚解，这对我们接下来的行动可没什么好处。
Don't misunderstand that I care a lot about this existence. I just think that being rash and cursory won't be beneficial for our next moves.
哎呀，你学另一个希尔倒是越学越像了嘛。
You are getting better at imitating the other Silly.
别扯了，我们赶紧到高塔下面去。
Stop fooling around. Let's hurry over to the foot of the tower. Passing by the sand servant, who has also crystallized, Zele and the others arrived at the place opposite the tower and immediately tried to reconnect with the companions in another world.
拜托，一定要成功啊！
Please work.
希尔，
Zele,
希尔，你们没事吧？
Zele, are you okay?
暂时还好，看样子你们终于找到了通信的突破口。
Everything is fine for now. It looks like you finally found a way to make contact with us.
毕竟这里是两个世界在空间关系上最接近的地方，很简单的原理，但的确有效。
After all, this place is where the two worlds are the closest specialty? Closest oh my god, wait. Spatially. Oh, spatially, okay, makes sense. After all, this place is where the two worlds are the closest, especially it's a simple but efficient principle.
看来，并没有某种超自然的规则直接切断了我们的通讯，而是两个世界本身的不稳定，造成了我们之前的失联。
No, it seems that our communication wasn't cut off due to any supernatural laws. It was simply caused by the instability of the two worlds.
这也同样意味着，我们必须争分夺秒。当前希尔和希尔的链接也并不稳定，随时都有中断的可能。
However, this also means that we have no time to waste. The connection between the two Zeles is also unstable and can be broken at any time.
哎，那你也别文绉绉的长篇大论了，赶紧总结一下我们这边遇到的情况吧。
In that case, you should stop ranting on like that. Hurry up and brief them real quick. Everyone shared information quickly.
怪物和黑雾袭击了你们的世界。
Monsters and black mist attack your world?
相比之下，这边的情况还没有明显恶化，只是电网和电信系统出现了大面积的瘫痪。
In comparison, the situation over here hasn't deteriorated significantly. It's just that the power grid and the telecom system has been paralyzed on a large scale.
也许是因为能够稳定世界的高塔在你们那边。
Maybe it's because the tower that can stabilize the world is on your side.
这就不清楚了。不过，既然我们还能够取得联系，就表明高塔贤者的全能在那边的世界也还具有效力。
I don't know about that. However, since we are able to make contact like this, it means that the authority of the sage is also effective in the world over there.
那么，希尔，我们还可以尝试用它去抑制发生在你那边的异变。
Well, Zele, we can try to use this authority to suppress the changes on your side.
有道理。
That makes sense.
你们的意思是又要开始整那个卫灵仪式了？
So what you're saying is that we need to do that consolation rite again?
我和希尔会同时进行仪式。
Yes, Zele and I will perform the rite at the same time.
这段时间里，就拜托你继续保护希尔了，使之旅者。
During this time, it's up to you to protect Zele, Herrscher of Sentience.
就知道又要使唤我。你们尽快啊，完事了记得喊我休息。
Yes, you certainly like to boss me around. Hurry up and remember to let me know when you're done so I can take a break.
那我们这就开始吧。
Let's start then, Zele. As always, the Twin Tower sages focus their power and spread it through the world. Everything there went especially smoothly this time with nothing getting in their way.
有动静了，希尔，快来看！
Zele, something is happening. Look. Oh, the wisps got free.
瞧，他们又开始动起来了，看来还是有效果的。
Look, they're starting to move again. It looks like it worked.
喂，你怎么样了？能说话吗？
Hey, how are you? Can you speak? The moonlight. The moon. Lord Sage.
他是要月光吗？可是这里不是一直照得到月光吗？
It is clamoring for the moonlight. But isn't this place always illuminated by the moonlight? The moonlight. It's so cold. So very cold.
情况不对，离他远点。黑雾又要来了。
Something wrong? Stay away from it. The black mist is returning. It's so cold. The moonlight is freezing. Lord Sage.
希尔，你们没事
Oh my god. Zele, are you fine?
没事，只是为了
I'm okay, but the
反而增加了敌人的数量。
consolation ride didn't work. Instead, we have more enemies to fight now.
说不定那团鬼火就是为了偷袭。
Maybe that twist is a trap to take us by surprise. But they are underestimating us with traps at level of this. Don't let your guard down. If we went up against the unformable Tsar, I'm afraid there will be no end to these monsters.
这一阵再说吧。
Let's finish this battle first. Sure, a lot of battles. I don't know why I'm lagging so hard. Like, I know for sure I could stream way harder games. Or like record way harder games without any problems. But this, for some
解
reason,
决了，但远方还在不停冒出
have
黑雾，
FPS drops.
感觉新的敌人很快也会追到这里。
We're safe for now, but more black mist is appearing in the distance. I feel like a new wave of enemies will soon get to us.
这帮家伙还真是子子孙孙无穷匮呀。
There's really no end to these monsters, eh?
不过我还真为那个梭感到悲哀。不是说他的性质和中原之茧类似吗？结果就这，只会靠杂兵。
But I really do bad for that Tsar. Isn't it naturally supposed to be similar to the Cocoon of Finality? Is that all I can do? Throwing minions at us? Well, Honkai does the
打不
same.
完的杂兵也是很危险的。
Unending wave of minions is also dangerous.
即使现阶段游刃有余，你们两个也不可能一直这样子打下去。
Also, you can still manage easily. You won't be able to fight like this forever.
喂，你们怎么长别人志气灭自己威风啊？净说些风凉话。
Hey, why are you belittling us and demoralizing us like this doesn't concern you? Let me search. Belittling. Belittling.
很遗憾，他们所言的确有理。
I'm sorry, but they make a good point.
施特博士，你刚才是在和普罗米修斯私人连线吗？
Professor Rock, were you having a private chat with Prometheus just now?
事实上，我们已经达成了一项共识。
Yes, in fact, we have reached a conclusion. Not conclusion, consensus? Why don't you say just conclusion and make some new world out of it? Consensus.
我们建议你们先到这边的世界来，也就是从沙铁国度撤退。
In short, we recommend that you come to the world on this side, which means you should retreat from the cocoon from the country of Iron Sand.
啊！想了半天，方案就是开溜。
That's the best strategy that you came up with? Is for us to run away?
并非单纯的逃跑。事实上，此刻的岩雪圣城并不比沙铁国度安全。
You won't just be running away. In fact, Salt Snow Holy City isn't much safer than the country of Iron Sands right now.
还是让我来从头梳理吧。之前，根据奇罗和维塔的情报，我们基本可以认为，一个名为梭的存在，正在从暗中影响当前的2个世界炮。
I will sum up the situation. According to the info we got from Kira and Vita, we can basically assume that the existence called Sa is secretly influencing these two bubble universes. Well, it looks not secretly anymore.
在此之前，我们已经了解到了他过往的一些行为，包括制造出星际捕食者、炸毁凋零之星，以及
Prior to this, we learned some of its past actions, including creating interstellar predators, blowing up the fallen star, and
米斯特林小姐所猜测的，为岩雪圣城与沙铁国度制定下融合与毁灭的法则。
according to Miss Mistel's speculation, it also has established the laws of fusion and annihilation of the Salt Snow Holy City and the country of Iron Sand.
虽然这一切行为背后的目的暂时无从得知，但至少在性质上，
Although
无疑热衷于毁灭文明。
we don't know why these actions were taken, at the very least, we know that Sa is passionate about destroying civilization. Well, okay, it's not funny, but like how she says like passionate about destroying civilization. We're like, what is your job? Well, I like destroying civilization. That's a nice job.
我们已经知道这些了。
Yeah, we already know all
问
that.
题其实就在这里。根据你们的描述，不管是沙铁国度的居民还是沙士们，都只是被暂时冻结了，而没有被直接消灭。如果像凋零之星那样的结果，才是梭最终要做的事。
But there lies a problem. According to our worlds, both the country of Iron Sand and Salt servants have only been temporarily crystallized and not directly annihilated. If Sa is attempting to do something like blowing up the fallen star,
那么冻结沙铁国度，大概只是2个世界炮走向覆灭的其中一步。
freezing the country of Iron Sand should only be one step in the annihilation of the two bubble universes. I thought that crystallization like the saving mechanism, and as soon we decrystallize them, they like become enemies and influenced by Sa. That's what I think what happened.
啊？啥意思啊？
Huh?
果然这只是个开始。
What do you mean? Is this just the beginning?
抱歉，这方面是我之前说的不够清楚呢。
Sorry, I didn't explain things clearly earlier.
在某种规则的影响下，2个世界炮将会互相融合、湮灭。我是这样说的吧？
Governed
但
by
对于融合的具体形式，我却没有展开分析。
Governed by certain laws, the two bubble universes will match with each other and eventually perish. I said so, right? However, I didn't elaborate on how this fusion would take place.
不如说，提到融合这个词，大家应该会这样想象吧？就像是水盆里的2个肥皂泡，用缓慢的速度靠近彼此，直到超出炮壁张力的承受限度。啪！
For example, when asked about what fusion means to you, the image of two soap bubbles approaching each other slowly in their basin of water until the tension of their films extends the limit causing the bubble to burst. In short, you have two bubbles. They become one bubble. They have too much surface and they plop. That's what I understand it.
事实上，最开始发生在我们两个世界炮之间的，也是这种缓慢而致命的融合。只不过，就在最近的1个小时中，情况突然发生了改变。
In fact, it was this type of slow and deadly fusion that took place between our two bubble universe in the first place. However, the situation changed suddenly in the last hour.
看上去，索不想再等了。他打算直接介入，加速世界的融合与湮灭，以推动其中一个肥皂泡的方式。
It looks like Sa doesn't want to wait any longer. It intended to directly intervene and accelerate the fusion and annihilation of the bubble universes by pushing one of the sub-bubbles.
而那个被推动的肥皂泡，就是沙铁国度。
So the sub-bubble that is being pushed is the country of Iron Sand?
是啊，所以他才需要先下手，冻结沙铁国度的居民。
Yes, that's why it needs to crystallize the residents of the country of Iron Sand first.
居民和推肥皂泡又有什么关系？觉得这些家伙碍事？
What's the crystallizing the residents got to do with pushing the soap bubble? Are they in the way?
这可是有整个世界那么大的肥皂泡啊！即使是缩，为了推动那么大的肥皂泡，也不得不付出相当的能量作为代价吧。
This is a soap bubble that is the size of entire world. Even Sa would need to use up a considerable amount of energy to push it around.
或许是不愿承担消耗，又或许单纯是为了省事。总之，这位似乎在模仿中烟之茧的存在，打算借力打力，用沙铁国度自身的能量去推动自己。
Maybe it is willing to expend this amount of energy, or maybe it just can't be bothered. In short, this being seems to be levitating its power by pushing the country of Iron Sand with the energy of the bubble universe itself.
哦，所以这卑鄙的家伙才没有直接灭掉那些鬼火，而是先控制住他们，抽取他们的能量。
Oh, so that's why that despicable contract frozen Skondler? Oh my god. Okay, wait. Scoundrel. So that's why that scoundrel was. So that's why that despicable scoundrel froze the wisp and sucked their energy instead of directly annihilating them.
不说，这也太抠门了吧？怎么感觉这个缩越来越不入流了呢？
That's too stinky. Why do I get the feeling that this Sa is more and more underhanded?
这并不是什么不入流的手段。我们相对熟悉的中烟之茧，不也是通过文明积攒崩坏，通过律者代行审判吗？
It's not that the means are underhanded. Didn't the Cocoon of Finality were more familiar with also pass our judgment through the Herrscher by accumulating and destroying civilizations? Well, I guess.
所谓手段的高低又是什么？你难道认为没有硝烟的战争就不是战争？
In the end, it turns out that Sa is the younger brother of Cocoon of Finality, or something like this. More that makes what makes a means understand or not. Do you think a war without the smoke of gunpowder is not a war?
对你这家伙，说话怎么越来越像梅博士了？
Wait, why do you sound more and more like Dr. May now?
不管怎么说，情况我大致明白了。索打算先利用黑雾控制住沙铁国度，再以它为工具与岩雪圣城同归于尽。
Anyway, I roughly understand the situation now. Sa is intending to control the country of Iron Sand with the Black Mist first, and then use it as a tool to make it perish with the Salt Snow Holy City.
而我和石之律者目前无法应对这些源源不断的黑雾，对吧？
On the other hand, the Herrscher of Sentience and I are currently unable to deal with this black mist, right?
苏的力量很可能压制了贤者的全能，所以卫灵才无法发挥作用。
Hey, some may very well have the power to suppress the Sage's authority. That would explain why the consolation rite didn't work.
我们与其各自为战，倒不如合为一处，强化自己的力量。毕竟从过去的情况来看，当身居高塔时，贤者才能更好地保护世界。
I hope you didn't hear it. Rather than fighting alone, we should join forces to be stronger. After all, based on past events, it seemed that the Sage was unable to protect the world better in the tower.
这也是一招以退为进。持有贤者全能的另一位希尔离开沙铁国度，就能从反面保证，即使黑雾最终覆盖了整个世界炮，也不会立即引发毁灭。
We will take a step forwards by retreating. If the sage who has if the city who has the sage's authority is able to leave the country of Iron Sand, we will have a negative assurance of that the bubble universe won't be destroyed immediately, even if the black mist has covered it.
与之相反，苏多少需要花费一段时间来绕过贤者全能，去全面支配世界。这将为我们争取到思考下一步棋的关键时间。
On the contrary, Sa will need some time to bypass the Sage authority and take over this world. This will buy us critical time to consider our next move.
当然，你们也不用担心那些鬼火朋友们。从经济的角度讲，苏绝不会在他们尚有利用价值的时候就痛下杀手。
Of course, you don't
这一
need.
点你们也算亲眼见证过了吧？
Of course, you don't need to worry about your with friends. From an economic perspective, Sa won't kill them until they are no longer useful. Haven't you witnessed with your own eyes?
行吧，留在这里确实也做不了什么，我们这就想办法过去。
Let's go. It's true that we can't do anything if we stay here. We need to come up with a way to get over there.
不是，就这么临阵脱逃？那我的面子可是丢大了呀！
Really, we are going to run away just like this? How embarrassing!
不
Embarrassing.
过嘛，人说舍命陪君子，这区区面子而已，又算啥呢？
But as I say, I won't do anything for you. So what's if I lose face?
你这家伙，
You're such a rascal.
不过我们该怎么过去你们那边？按这里的规则，我们两个人加起来撑死算半个贤者，这距离能飞过去吗？
But how can we travel to your side? According to the rules of this place, we will only count as half the sage even if we join forces. Will we be able to travel that far?
这时候就又该我出马了。
This is my moment to shine.
刚才不是已经给你们演示过一次了吗？我的搭桥技术。
Didn't I already show everything my bridge making skills?
你确定要再来一次
Wait,
吗
what?
我必须
Didn't I already show everyone?
你
Oh,
之前被
everyone.
损耗的部分并没有恢复多少。
Are you sure you won't do this again? I must remind you that you haven't recovered all the energy you used up.
放心啦，我也是知道分寸的。和返回本征世界的距离相比，连通这两个世界炮的难度并不算很大。
Don't worry, I know my limits. Compared with the distance back to the proper world, connecting those two bubble universes won't be very difficult.
而且有了之前的尝试，我的技巧也熟练了很多哦。这次搭桥，只要薛定谔博士陪我花10几分钟进行定位，应该就能搞定。
I also become more proficient after the previous attempt. I should be able to get it done if Dr. Schrödinger spends 10 minutes helping me determine the coordinates.
你想利用刚才被截断的那部分通道，将它转接到沙铁国度。
Are you thinking of using the passage that was cut off earlier and connecting it to the country of Iron Sand?
当然了，这样既节省了时间，也能将材料的消耗降到最低。
Of course, this way we will save time and minimize our consumption of materials.
好啦，事不宜迟，我们赶紧开工吧。
Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, I have bad news. And that one of this bad news that I even losing frames in dialogues. Also something come up with I forgot. But yeah, that's also, let's consider this like testing first part, so I manage the voices and look towards more stable frames. I don't know why it's not stable enough. Something is different. I also didn't use my computer for like 5 days and I turn him on, even if it's SSD, it took forever. Anyway, I guess I see you in part 2. It was a little bit short. And it was actually a long chapter, like first chapter, and there's like 25 of them. I hope not everyone takes 1 hour or up to 1 hour, but I heard it's like a little bit longer than usual. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in part 2.